Chosen one. Have you ever questioned why your life has been filled with battles from the very start? From your earliest memories, it seems as if obstacles, trials, and relentless attacks have followed you. But this is no accident. This is the undeniable proof that you are one of God's chosen ones. The enemy recognized your calling before you even understood it yourself. From the moment you entered this world, your light, your purpose, and your divine destiny were evident to the spiritual realm. That is why darkness has worked tirelessly to break you, to discourage you, and to make you doubt your worth. But hear this: no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Every trial, every hardship was an intentional attempt to silence the power within you before you even knew it was there. Yet, despite it all, you are still standing, you are still rising, and that is because God's hand has always been upon you. Comment 11 below as a declaration of faith and let it serve as a shield of affirmation. Your light cannot be dimmed. Your purpose cannot be stolen. And your destiny cannot be denied. And for those who have supported this message through super thanks, we deeply appreciate you for walking this journey of faith with us. Now, let's go deeper into what it truly means to be chosen. God has seen every tear, every heartbreak, and every struggle you've endured. But He has also promised you this: for every moment of pain, for every battle you've fought, He will repay you double. The enemy tried to break you since childhood, but what they meant for harm, God is turning for your good. Stay strong, chosen one. Your time of restoration is coming. From a young age, it seemed as though life itself was testing you, pushing you into difficult situations to awaken something deep within you. Have you ever felt that things were not quite right, even as a child? Perhaps you possessed a heightened sensitivity, an ability to perceive energies that others overlooked, or an awareness that the world held mysteries far beyond what the ordinary eye could see. But this awareness did not come without a cost. It carried a price. The challenges you faced early on were not random. They were intentionally placed before you, like spiritual tests, making you feel different, out of place, even isolated. These were subtle but deliberate attempts to shake your foundation before you could even comprehend the true power of your existence. Have you noticed recurring signs in your life? Moments when hawks or eagles appeared at significant turning points, or when the wind stirred gently around you in moments of stillness. In the Bible, animals often serve as symbols of divine guidance, just as the dove descended upon Jesus at the time of his baptism, Matthew chapter 3 verse 16. Signifying divine approval, hawks are not just birds of prey, they are messengers from higher realms, reminding you that your destiny is not confined by what others see. These signs are not coincidences. They are markers along your path, confirming that you are meant to rise above earthly limitations. Have you ever considered that these signs might be God's way of telling you that you are not alone? That you have been watched over since the very beginning? Hawks, with their sharp vision and ability to soar, symbolize the heights to which you are destined to ascend. They remind you that you were not born to remain grounded by worldly doubts and fears. Like the eagle that renews its strength, Isaiah chapter 40 verse 31. You were created to rise, to reach spiritual dimensions beyond what most people can comprehend. But what if these signs are also a test, a call for you to trust in what cannot be seen? Are you ready to step into this higher calling, letting go of worldly doubts and embracing the divine messages guiding you forward? As you reflect on your experiences, recognize that they have not diminished you but rather prepared you for a life beyond the ordinary. Your energy has always been unique, carrying a magnetism that others cannot help but notice. Some are drawn to it, captivated by the warmth you radiate, like moths to a flame. Yet, others feel threatened by this very light, seeking to dim it out of jealousy, misunderstanding, or even fear. This reaction is no accident. When you carry powerful energy, you naturally attract attention, even from those who may not fully comprehend its source or depth. In the Bible, Joseph experienced this firsthand. His divine dreams and favor from God provoked jealousy among his brothers, leading them to cast him aside, Genesis chapter 37. Yet, they could never suppress his destiny. Similarly, the uniqueness within you has stirred both admiration and opposition. Have you ever wondered why some people try to hold you back while others see you as an inspiration? Even astrology can sometimes highlight aspects of this powerful presence. If you are an Aquarius, the water bearer, you carry the gift of vision, the ability to challenge old conventions and shape the future, much like John the Baptist, who prepared the way and called people towards something greater. If you are a Gemini, you may feel an ability to bridge realms, navigating between the material and the spiritual with ease, much like Solomon, whose wisdom connected heavenly knowledge with earthly affairs. But regardless of who you are, understand this deeply. No one can take away what has been divinely inscribed into your soul. External forces may distract or challenge you, but they can never touch the essence of who you are. Just as Jeremiah was chosen and set apart before he was born, Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. Your purpose is woven into the very fabric of your being. Despite the obstacles, your light is too bright, your mission too significant to be erased by the hands of jealousy or fear. Ask yourself, have these challenges only strengthened your resolve? Has each setback become a stepping stone refining your purpose? When you look back, can you see how God's hand has guided you, ensuring that your unique light, your essence, remains untarnished, destined to shine even brighter? Think back to your early years, those moments when you felt like an outsider, questioning your worth, doubting if you truly belonged. At the time, these feelings may have seemed like weaknesses, but in reality, they were signs of the strength within you, even before you recognized it. The enemy sensed this strength and sought to suppress it before you could understand its magnitude. Those early challenges, the isolation, the moments of self-doubt, they were not random. They were strategic attacks, much like how Moses was targeted as an infant by forces seeking to prevent his destiny, Exodus chapter 1. Your trials began before you could even grasp the power within you. But now, you can see it clearly. And yet, look at where you stand now. Despite the hardships, despite the relentless attempts to break your spirit, you have endured. Your light has not dimmed, it has only intensified, proving the resilience that was embedded within you from the very beginning. The enemy miscalculated, failing to see that every trial would not shatter you but shape you, not weaken you but refine you. Like gold in the refiner's fire, your soul has been purified through adversity, strengthened with each battle. Malachi chapter 3 verse 3 reminds us that just as a silversmith refines his metal, so too does God refine his chosen ones. Every challenge, every moment of doubt, has sharpened your awareness, strengthening your connection to the divine. The enemy sought to extinguish your flame, but instead, it burns brighter, no longer just lighting your path but igniting the spirits of those around you. This journey is far from over. With every step forward, the forces of opposition may intensify, yet so does your strength. The scripture in 1 John chapter 4 verse 4 declares, "Greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world." You are living proof of this truth. Have you noticed how each hardship has only deepened your resolve, drawing you closer to the purpose God has woven into your life? Every battle has served not as a setback, but as a stepping stone, lifting you higher into your calling. You were never meant to fight alone. From your first breath, you have been watched over, guided by unseen forces, divine protectors, spiritual allies, and the voices of your ancestors who have walked before you. They have stood guard over your destiny, ensuring that no trial could derail the purpose for which you were created. Every lesson, every scar, every tear has been part of a greater preparation, not just to help you survive, but to equip you to thrive. Deep within, you have always known that you were set apart. There has been a whisper in your soul, a quiet knowing that your presence here is no accident. This mission did not come from you, it chose you. Just as David was selected to be king despite being the least expected among his brothers, 1 Samuel chapter 16. God handpicked you, seeing within you a strength that no one else recognized. He knew that only you could carry out this sacred calling. This is why the trials have been relentless, because the enemy fears what will happen when you fully embrace your power. The struggles were never meant to destroy you. They were placed before you as confirmation of your divine purpose. As Paul wrote in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 8, "We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair." The battles you face are not proof of your weakness, but of your strength. They are evidence of the impact you are destined to make. Every challenge has been a tool, sharpening you, preparing you for the mission ahead. Each time you rise, you come back stronger, wiser, and more unshakable. Proverbs chapter 24 verse 16 reminds us, "Though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again, and rise you have, time and time again." You were not just chosen, but equipped from the very beginning. God, in His wisdom, placed within you everything you would ever need to fulfill this journey. So now, the question remains, are you ready to embrace this calling? The time for hesitation is over. Your purpose has been etched into your spirit since before time began. And nothing can separate you from the destiny that awaits. Step forward in faith, for you were always meant to rise. This battle is not won by human strength or sheer willpower alone. Victory is already assured, not by your own might, but by the divine power that flows through you, the very power that raised Christ from the dead and now dwells within you. Romans chapter 8 verse 11. You are not simply part of a struggle, you are woven into a story that God Himself has authored, where your success is not just a possibility but an inevitability. When the weight of your calling feels too heavy, remember, you are never walking this path alone. The Creator has already secured the outcome. Pause and reflect. How have these battles uncovered the depths of your inner strength? How has each trial revealed the profound purpose embedded within you? This journey is not just about enduring hardship, it is about transformation. You are becoming the person God designed you to be, equipped, empowered, and unshakable. But the question remains, are you ready to fully embrace this divine calling? Victory has already been written into your destiny, and within you lies something even deeper, a sacred inheritance of knowledge, wisdom, and power that has been passed down through generations, waiting for the right moment to awaken. These are not just poetic metaphors. This is the truth of your spiritual DNA. Embedded within you are mysteries beyond human understanding, an ancient legacy that calls out to you. Have you ever wondered why you feel different? Why a part of you senses there is something greater within, something unseen yet undeniably real? That feeling is the stir of your divine heritage, a legacy of light and power that the world desperately needs. And make no mistake, those who walk in darkness are aware of this. The enemy, secret societies, and forces that seek to keep humanity enslaved have long recognized the light within you. They fear what will happen once you step fully into your power. From the moment Christ was born, the forces of darkness sought to eliminate Him before His purpose could unfold. Matthew chapter 2. Likewise, the adversaries that lurk in the shadows have been watching you, trying to derail your journey before you realize your full potential. They have planted distractions, doubts, and obstacles, hoping to weaken your resolve. But what they fail to understand is that your purpose is not just yours, it is divinely protected. Just as God shielded Daniel in the lion's den, Daniel chapter 6 verse 22, He has placed a hedge of protection around you. The enemy may try to interfere, but they cannot touch the essence of what God has placed within you. So ask yourself, what would happen if you fully embraced this divine legacy? What transformations would unfold if you stepped boldly into the power you were born to carry? This journey is not about surviving the attacks. It is about unlocking a purpose so profound that it has the power to reshape the world. This is why your mission carries such immense significance. You were not placed here to blend in, to live an ordinary life, or to conform to the expectations of this world. You were chosen to be a disruptor, a force of light that shatters the darkness, a challenger of the forces that have held humanity in chains for generations. The enemy knows that if you step into your full calling, their plans will crumble, their agenda will fail. That is why they have fought you so relentlessly, hoping to wear you down, to make you question your worth. But understand this truth at the core of your being. You were built for this battle. You were designed by the Creator to endure, to rise, and to fulfill a mission that no one else can complete. Yes, there will be moments when the burden feels overwhelming, when even the strongest warriors feel doubt. But remember, your victory has already been written. Your steps are guided by divine power, and you are surrounded by forces beyond comprehension, leading you every step of the way. When Moses doubted his ability to lead, God reminded him, "I will be with you," Exodus chapter 3 verse 12, and He is with you now, strengthening you for the path ahead. Your mission is not just about personal success, it is about the countless lives you are meant to impact, the souls you are destined to awaken, and the legacy you are called to leave behind. Every time you rise, you give others the courage to do the same. Every time you break through the darkness, you forge a path for those who will follow. Like Joshua leading the Israelites into the promised land, you are a leader, a guide, a beacon of hope in a world yearning for truth. So stand firm, stand with courage, stand with conviction. You have been chosen for this moment. No force, no darkness, no opposition can revoke the divine calling placed upon your life. The enemy may whisper doubts into your mind, may try to weaken your resolve, but hear this truth: your purpose is safeguarded by divine hands. No force, no opposition, no hardship can undo what has already been ordained for you. Your victory is not a possibility, it is a certainty. You were chosen, designed, and equipped for a mission that stretches beyond what your eyes can currently see. Stand tall, because you were never meant to simply survive, you were meant to lead. Every battle you have faced, every tear that has fallen, has been a building block in the foundation of your destiny. You are not just enduring, you are becoming the warrior you were always meant to be. There is something crucial you must understand. Chosen one, the struggles you have endured, the betrayals you have faced, the wounds that still ache deep within your soul, none of these were coincidences. The relentless attacks that have followed you since childhood were never random. The enemy recognized your light before you even knew it existed, long before you could grasp your own significance. There were forces working against you, seeking to extinguish your fire before it could blaze into its full brilliance. This is why the attacks came early, why the pain often came from the very people who were supposed to nurture and protect you. The enemy understands that a wounded heart, if not healed, can weaken even the strongest spirit, and so, the attacks were personal, strategic, aimed with precision. The goal was never just to hurt you, it was to break you, to make you believe that you were powerless, unworthy, and incapable of fulfilling your divine purpose. Perhaps you have felt abandoned by those you trusted. Perhaps you have been betrayed by those you loved. Perhaps you have endured rejection, ridicule, or even abuse. These wounds were not accidental. They were designed to trap you in pain, to create barriers around your heart so that you would never dare to step fully into your power. The enemy hoped that you would drown in your suffering, that you would become so consumed by the weight of your past that you would never recognize the greatness inside you. But here is where the enemy miscalculated. What they did not anticipate was your resilience. They did not see the divine strength woven into your very being. They did not realize that each wound, instead of destroying you, was forging you into something even stronger. Like Joseph, who was betrayed by his own brothers only to rise to power and fulfill his purpose. Genesis chapter 50 verse 20. You too have endured betrayal and heartbreak, yet you have not been defeated. Every attempt to break you has only sharpened your will. Every tear shed has watered the roots of your strength. Every moment of despair has deepened your wisdom. Like gold refined in the fire, you have been purified through pain. Each trial has burned away doubt, fear, and insecurity, revealing the unshakable warrior within. Do you see it now? Do you feel the truth rising inside you? The scars you carry are not marks of defeat. They are proof of battles fought and won. They are evidence of the divine strength within you, a strength that no amount of suffering could erase. The enemy wanted you trapped, stuck in a cycle of pain, reliving every hurtful memory until they defined you. But what they underestimated was the depth of your spirit. Romans chapter 8 verse 37 declares that we are more than conquerors through him who loves us. You are not just a survivor, you are a conqueror, an overcomer, a force that cannot be stopped. Every time you chose to rise, to keep fighting, to keep believing, you moved closer to the truth of who you really are. The enemy tried to obscure your identity, but the truth is undeniable. You are powerful beyond measure. Unbreakable, unstoppable. Now is the time to take back everything that was stolen from you. No longer will the pain of your past define you. Instead, it will fuel you. The very trials meant to destroy you have become the stepping stones to your destiny. The chains that once bound you are now shattering. You are walking into a season of healing, a time where you will reclaim your power fully. You will no longer carry wounds as burdens. Instead, they will serve as reminders of your resilience, proof that nothing, not even the worst the enemy has thrown at you, can keep you from fulfilling your mission. Your story is not one of brokenness. It is a story of transformation, of rising, of stepping into divine strength. And as you step forward, know this: you are not just rising for yourself. You are rising so that others who have walked a similar path will see your light and find their own strength. Your journey is not just about you. It is about those who will be inspired by your resilience, who will find healing through your testimony. The enemy feared the day you would awaken to your true power. That day has come. Now, step forward with confidence, knowing that you were never meant to be broken. You were meant to be unstoppable. This is your moment, the turning point where the past no longer holds dominion over you. The burdens you once carried, the wounds that once felt eternal, they do not define you. Every scar tells a story, but none dictate your destiny. Now is the time to boldly declare, I release what no longer serves me. Feel the weight lift from your spirit as this truth takes root within your soul. A divine cleansing is upon you. Whether through deep reflection, journaling your unspoken pains onto the page, or standing before the mirror, reclaiming your power with unwavering eyes. Healing is not just an option, it is your birthright, a sacred process woven into your journey before time began. You were never meant to carry pain indefinitely. It was a chapter, never the entire story. And now, as you rise, you will see that what once threatened to destroy you has, in truth, forged you into something unbreakable. Like the phoenix reborn from its own ashes, you emerge stronger, wiser, and more powerful than ever. The enemy's greatest mistake was underestimating your ability to heal. They believed the pain would break you, but instead, it awakened a force within you that cannot be diminished. Your healing is more than personal. It is a revolutionary act in a world that thrives on division, suffering, and despair. Choosing to heal is an act of defiance, a bold rebellion against the forces that sought to keep you broken. Each step toward wholeness is a reclaiming of your divine mission, a reaffirmation of your purpose. And as you heal, you do not rise alone. You become a beacon for those still navigating the shadows. Your journey becomes a living testimony, proving that healing is possible, that redemption is real, and that victory is within reach. Are you ready to embrace this transformation? To step fully into the destiny that was always meant for you? Every layer of healing brings you closer to your highest self, to the fulfillment of your divine calling. As you walk this path, your light illuminates the way for others, showing them that true strength is not found in avoiding pain but in transcending it. Your healing is not just for you, it is a gift to the world, a symbol of what is possible for every soul daring to believe in wholeness again. This journey will challenge you. It will demand that you confront the shadows, face the buried pain, and walk through the fire. But remember, the fire was never meant to consume you, it was meant to refine you. Just as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego walked through the flames untouched, Daniel chapter 3 verse 27. So too have you endured trials designed to purify, not destroy. And now, as you emerge, God is preparing a divine inheritance for you, a reward for the endurance you have shown. In Psalm chapter 23 verse 5, it is written, "You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies." This is no ordinary table, it is one of honor, redemption, and divine favor. It stands before those who doubted you, those who dismissed you, and those who never believed you would make it this far. The favor upon your life will not be hidden, it will be displayed openly. A testimony of God's faithfulness and your resilience. Have you considered what it means to receive such an inheritance? This table is not just a feast, it is a proclamation. It is the tangible evidence that light triumphs over darkness, that faith conquers doubt, and that your perseverance has not been in vain. The inheritance coming to you is not merely material. Though abundance will flow, money, resources, and opportunities beyond what you have imagined. But more than that, it is spiritual, wisdom, discernment, and an unshakable knowing of who you are and where you are meant to go. You are stepping into a season of restoration. Every trial you endured was not a detour, it was preparation. You are becoming unstoppable, a beacon of hope, a living declaration that God's plans for you are greater than anything that has come against you. This is your moment, chosen one. Your healing is your victory. Your transformation is your testimony. And your destiny is waiting. Are you ready to rise? You have been set apart, gifted with wisdom, insight, and a depth of understanding that will illuminate your every step. This is not by chance, it is the manifestation of divine purpose within you. Just as Solomon sought wisdom above all else, and God not only granted it but blessed him with unmatched prosperity. 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 13. So too are you receiving a sacred outpouring. Every trial you have endured, every tear you have shed, and every battle you have fought has been recorded in the heavens. Now, divine compensation is being released in your favor. Speak this truth into existence. This inheritance is mine, and it is coming to me. With these words, you align yourself with the abundant flow of blessings that have been stored up. Awaiting this appointed time, your time. Balance is being restored in your life after years of turmoil. Where it felt like the very ground beneath you was unstable, that season of uncertainty is ending. You are stepping into a divine equilibrium where your spirit is steady. Your heart is at peace, and your path is made clear. The storms that once raged around you are subsiding, and in their place, a sacred stillness arises, the kind of peace that can only come from alignment with God's purpose. Just as Job, after enduring profound trials, was restored with twice as much as he had before. Job chapter 42 verse 10. You too are stepping into a time of divine restoration. But remember, wealth is more than material riches. True wealth encompasses spiritual depth. emotional stability, and meaningful relationships. It is found in the unwavering faith that carries you forward, in the love that surrounds you, and in the purpose that fuels your journey. This wealth is not only for you but for those who are connected to your destiny. The people drawn to your spirit and mission will stand with you, supporting and uplifting you as you fulfill your divine calling. Ask yourself, am I ready? Ready to embrace not just financial increase but a wealth that transforms every part of my life? This is your season of answered prayers, a time when your soul is nourished, your relationships thrive, and your spirit is at peace. This inheritance does not stop with you, it is generational. The blessings pouring into your life are breaking cycles of lack, struggle, and limitation. In Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 9, God promises to prosper the work of your hands, not just for the present but for future generations. You are laying a foundation that your children, grandchildren, and descendants will build upon, creating a legacy of abundance and divine favor. Just as King David used his wealth to prepare for the building of the temple, a vision that would be completed by his son Solomon, you too are preparing a path of prosperity and stability for those who come after you. Your legacy is not only one of financial increase but of wisdom, integrity, and divine alignment. Wealth, when guided by a heart rooted in God's plan, flows freely, multiplying beyond measure. This is not just about what you receive but about what you build. Every decision you make should be made with divine purpose. Ask yourself, how can I use this wealth to empower, uplift, and impact those I am destined to help? You are not merely receiving an inheritance, you are becoming the cornerstone of a lasting legacy. You have remained steadfast, unwavering in faith, even in the face of lack. When resources were scarce, you continued to walk in your calling. Now, the heavens are opening. The blessings long promised to you are being delivered. The time of waiting is over. Step boldly into the fullness of your divine inheritance, knowing that this is only the beginning. Something extraordinary is happening within you, an unstoppable force of awakening that has been building for years. Waiting for this very moment, you feel it in the depths of your soul, a stirring that refuses to be ignored. The world has spent years trying to convince you that you are small, insignificant, just another face in the crowd. Society has tried to shape you into compliance, dulling your light, making you believe that your dreams were too grand, your visions too impossible. But deep down, you have always known that wasn't the truth. Haven't you felt it? That unshakable knowing? A quiet, persistent voice whispering that you were meant for something greater? That you were never ordinary? This feeling is not your imagination. It is the undeniable call of destiny, the echo of a purpose that was planted in you long before you took your first breath. This is not just an epiphany, it is a divine awakening. A shift that is changing the very fabric of who you are. Just as Esther was placed in her position for a time of great significance, Esther chapter 4 verse 14. So too have you been positioned with precision, with intention, with divine purpose. The pieces of your life that once felt random are now revealing themselves as part of a masterfully woven plan. Every struggle, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt was not a detour but a necessary step in shaping you into the warrior you were always meant to be. For years, you may have questioned why your path was so difficult, why doors seemed to close, why the weight of the world felt heavier on your shoulders than on those around you. But now, you begin to see, nothing was ever wasted. Just as Joseph endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment before stepping into his destiny of saving a nation. Genesis chapter 50 verse 20. Your trials have been a refining fire, purging away weakness and preparing you for the immense calling upon your life. With every moment of clarity, the pieces are coming together. The things that once confused you now make sense. The struggles you faced were not to break you, but to build you. The lessons you learned in the dark are now equipping you to shine in the light. You were never forgotten. You were never overlooked. You were being prepared, strengthened, and positioned for a time such as this. But understand this: your awakening does not go unnoticed. The moment you begin to step into your true power, opposition arises. Darkness does not fear the ones who remain asleep, it fears those who wake up. As your light grows stronger, the forces that once ignored you now take notice. They sense the shift within you, the strength, the confidence, the authority you are beginning to wield, and they tremble. You may already feel the resistance. It comes in many forms: doubt creeping into your mind, unexpected obstacles, people turning against you, and unseen forces trying to pull you back into fear and confusion. These are not coincidences. They are calculated attacks designed to stop you before you fully embrace who you are meant to be. But here is the truth: no force in existence can stand against the power that resides within you. You are divinely protected. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah chapter 54 verse 17. The enemy may try to strike, but every attack will crumble before you. The battles you face are not fought alone. For just as Elisha's servant had his eyes opened to see the army of angels surrounding them, 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 17. You too are shielded by warriors of light. You are not unarmed. You are not defenseless. You are wrapped in divine protection, covered by a force so great that the darkness itself trembles at the sight of you. The fire inside you burns with the power of heaven, and no shadow can extinguish it. The road ahead may not be easy, but you will never walk it alone. Now, ask yourself, knowing that you are protected, knowing that you are chosen, how will you move forward? Will you shrink back in fear, or will you step forward boldly, fully embracing the purpose that has been calling you all along? This awakening is only the beginning. You are entering a season of rapid transformation, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and even physically. The gifts within you, long buried under doubt and hesitation, are beginning to stir. Your intuition sharpens. Your ability to manifest strengthens. Your connection to the divine deepens in ways you never imagined. But with this power comes great responsibility. You were not chosen just to elevate yourself. You were chosen to lead, to inspire, to guide others out of darkness. Your journey is not just about your own awakening, it is about the awakening of those who will follow. You have been called to be a beacon, a light in a world desperate for direction. This is your moment. This is your time. The power within you has been waiting, dormant but never gone, always ready for the day you would finally claim it. Step forward with unwavering confidence, knowing that you are unstoppable, knowing that your destiny is unfolding exactly as it was always meant to. You are chosen, you are protected, you are unstoppable, and your time is now. Jesus reminded his disciples of their sacred role in the world, declaring, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden." Matthew chapter 5 verse 14. These words were not spoken lightly, they were a divine decree. A truth that continues to echo through time. Just as his disciples were called to shine, you too have been chosen to illuminate the path for others. You are not here by accident. Every experience, every hardship, every moment of revelation has been preparing you for this role. You are becoming a beacon, a source of hope and guidance for those who are still lost in the darkness, searching for direction. Your journey is not merely personal, it is a divine assignment. As you grow in wisdom, in strength, and in spiritual alignment, others will be drawn to you, seeking the light that radiates from within. They will look to you for inspiration, for reassurance, for the courage to take their own first steps toward transformation. This is not a coincidence. It is not a side effect of your own awakening. It is an essential part of your mission. The struggles you have faced, the obstacles you have overcome, and the lessons you have learned were never just for you alone. They were given to you so that you might turn around and extend your hand to those still climbing, still searching, still uncertain of their own path. Have you considered the weight of this calling? Have you fully embraced the magnitude of your influence? Every step you take forward is not just for yourself, it is for the countless others who will walk in your footsteps. Your words, your actions, your resilience in the face of trials, all of it serves as a guiding light. The world is filled with those who are still asleep, unaware of their divine potential, unaware of the power that has been placed within them. But through your journey, they will begin to awaken. Through your courage, they will find their own. Through your faith, they will remember who they truly are. The path ahead will not always be easy. As you step further into your divine purpose, you will encounter challenges that test your faith, moments of doubt that threaten to shake your confidence, and even resistance from those who fear the change you represent. There will be times when the weight of your responsibility feels overwhelming, when the road feels long and uncertain. But take heart, for you do not walk alone. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10. This promise is eternal. The divine walks beside you, guiding you, protecting you, and strengthening you for the mission ahead. Even when the darkness presses in, even when you feel isolated in your journey, you are never truly alone. And when the path ahead seems unclear, when the burdens feel too great to carry, remember, this journey is not about you alone. It is about the countless lives that will be changed because you chose to step into your purpose. Just as Moses was called to lead his people out of bondage, you too have been chosen to uplift, to empower, to guide. You are here to be a voice of wisdom, a source of strength, and a reminder that divine transformation is possible for all who seek it. Every challenge you overcome is not just a personal victory, it is a light that shines for others still trapped in the shadows. Every lesson you learn becomes a tool to help those who will come after you. Every breakthrough you experience becomes a testimony, a beacon of hope that reminds others of their own potential. And know this: the transformation you are experiencing now is only the beginning. You are stepping into a season of limitless potential, a time when new doors will open, when divine blessings will pour into your life, when wisdom and clarity will flow more freely than ever before. What you have been praying for, what you have been working toward, what you have been longing for, it is all unfolding before you. Trust the process. Trust that you have been equipped with everything you need to fulfill this calling. As Philippians chapter 4 verse 13 declares, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. There are no limits to what you can achieve, only the illusions of doubt that try to convince you otherwise. But those doubts are powerless in the face of divine truth. You were created with purpose. You were called with intention. You have been given everything you need to walk this path with confidence, with strength, and with unwavering faith. Now is the time. The world is waiting for you to step fully into your calling. No force can take away what has been divinely ordained for you. The opposition may come, but it cannot diminish the purpose that has been written into your very soul. You were chosen for this moment. You were chosen for this mission. So rise. Step forward with boldness. Embrace the calling upon your life. Walk this path with the knowledge that every struggle is a stepping stone. Every victory is a beacon. And through your journey, countless others will find the courage to awaken. The light within you is needed. The world is waiting. Shine. In closing, always hold this truth close to your heart. You have been divinely chosen for a purpose far greater than what you can currently perceive. Every trial, every lesson, and every breakthrough has been preparing you for this moment of divine favor and limitless expansion. As you step boldly into your destiny, trust that you are fully equipped, divinely protected, and completely capable of fulfilling this sacred mission. The road ahead is overflowing with blessings, new opportunities, and divine alignment. The power within you is immeasurable. Embrace it with unwavering faith, knowing that nothing and no one can take away what God has destined for you. If this message has spoken to your spirit, we invite you to support our mission through a super thanks donation, allowing us to continue spreading these messages of faith, purpose, and empowerment. Regardless of whether you give, we are deeply grateful for your presence and your journey alongside us. Please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this message with those who need encouragement. In the comments, type Amen to declare your commitment to stepping fully into your divine calling. May God bless you abundantly as you walk this path with courage and conviction. Your journey is sacred, and we are honored to be a part of it.